What's going on, everybody? It's Phil here, and welcome to today's video. Today, I got a little bit of a theory that I want to share with you guys on what WWE could possibly be doing next with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, after WrestleMania. So, let's get right into it. Now, we all know that the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes lost his undisputed WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania 41 Night 2 to the one greatest of all time, John Cena. But we all also know that it was very anticlimactic because even though John Cena did get to win number 17, it just came off in a very interesting and lackluster type of way because even though they did a great job at making Cody Rhodes look strong by kicking out so many attitude adjustments and really just going through the motions of this match with John. The ultimate end goal and the ultimate ending of it all was Travis Scott and how he was ultimately going to be the key factor as to why Cody Rhodes lost the undisputed WWE Championship. And he did lose the title, and then after that, it was just kind of goodbye, see you later. You had a good run over a year, and now we're on to this now ride with John Cena as our new undisputed WWE champion. And I don't really necessarily think that that is a bad thing. John Cena winning number 17 at WrestleMania was 100% the right call. It's just a matter of how you do it, and it's also just a matter of what you're going to be doing next with Cody Rhodes after the year-plus reign that he had with that undisputed WWE Championship. So, what it all boils down to is what is next for Cody Rhodes. And we all know that throughout the entire story of the match that happened at WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes was kind of struggling a little bit to pull the trigger and do the right thing when it comes down to just ultimately getting the job done and winning at all costs. We all saw that Cody Rhodes was very hesitant of using the WWE Championship to his advantage when the referee was down, and John Cena was very vulnerable in a sense to where he could have got hit, and Cody could have capitalized, win the championship, retain at WrestleMania, and Bob's your uncle. You still have your American Nightmare as the undisputed WWE champion, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it, and that is what WWE is really focusing on. And we haven't seen Cody Rhodes ever since that moment. We haven't seen Cody Rhodes ever since he lost the undisputed WWE Championship. We didn't see him on the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. We didn't see him on the Friday Night SmackDown after WrestleMania, which is a very good thing because we should not be seeing Cody Rhodes up until the point where I think he could possibly return at WWE Backlash. Now, why do I think that bringing him back at WWE Backlash is a right call? I'll get to that in a little bit of a second. But when it comes down to just Cody Rhodes and him just not capitalizing on when the moment was right at WrestleMania, we've seen him do it before. And that's what I really kind of want to focus on because we saw when he was facing Kevin Owens at WWE Saturday Night's main event, Cody Rhodes is actually able to use a chair when the referee was down and out, and he hit a crossroads on the steel chair, and then he slid the steel chair out of the ring without the referee even seeing, without the referee even noticing, and Cody Rhodes ultimately cheated to win and retain the undisputed WWE Championship at that time. So it's not like Cody Rhodes is completely out of his element when it comes down to doing whatever needs to be done in order to retain the undisputed WWE Championship. He just didn't do it that night. And because of that, it ultimately cost him, and that is why we see John Cena now as the undisputed WWE Champion. So like I said, he's ultimately done it before. It's not like it's completely out of his character to get the job done, whatever it needs to be done, but it didn't happen that night, and now we have a new champion. But I want to get back to Backlash now, because at the end of the day, when it comes down to WWE Backlash, we already have the match that is confirmed for John Cena and the undisputed WWE Championship, as he will be defending that championship against the one and only Viper, Randy Orton. Now, Randy Orton getting the WWE title opportunity in St. Louis makes all the sense in the world. We all knew that this was going to happen, and I'm glad that WWE is jumping at the chance to do it now instead of going later on down the line, because we all know the history of John Cena and Randy Orton. We all know the history that is happening right now between Cody Rhodes and John Cena, but we also know the history that has happened over the course of the last few years, and ultimately ever since Cody Rhodes came into the WWE with the Viper Randy Orton. So let me explain here. We all know that it's going to be very difficult to see Cody Rhodes in this type of light if he just comes back out of nowhere and just says, hey, what's going on, everybody? What do you guys want to talk about? No, we don't want to see that anymore at this point, because at the end of the day, it's just, you lost the Undisputed WWE Championship, dude. You got to try to get your championship back at all costs now after what happened at WrestleMania. You lost because of Travis Scott. You lost because of everything in that nature. Why are you just going at us saying, what do you guys want to talk about? No, you got to focus, and you got to focus on that Undisputed WWE Championship. So you have Cody Rhodes return in St. Louis at WWE Backlash, just trying to get his hands on John Cena no matter what it is going to take. No matter what he is going to have to do, all he wants to do is get revenge on John Cena after everything that he was put through at WrestleMania. The Travis Scott situation, everything in that kind of scenario. You want to see Cody Rhodes get his hands all over John Cena after everything that's happened so far. So you have this match between John Cena and Randy Orton for the title. Everything's looking good for the Viper as of right now. John Cena is very much down, and it looks like ultimately Randy Orton is going to win the Undisputed WWE Championship, and we're just going to have a very quick reign for John Cena as he has his number 17th World Championship. But then all of a sudden we hear the American Nightmares music hit. And because of everything that's happening, we see the American Nightmare just storm down to the ring and ultimately trying to get his hands on Cody Rhodes. But then all of a sudden Randy Orton stops him. And he's like, Randy, hold on, hold on, Cody. Wait a minute. Stop. Let me do what I need to do in order to win this WWE Championship. After everything is all said and done and I'm the champion, then we'll revisit this whole thing about you trying to get your shot back and everything like that. But let me be the champion. That way you don't have to deal with him. Cody Rhodes is incensed. Cody Rhodes just does not want to hear anything from Randy Orton, and that ultimately cost Randy Orton the WWE Championship because John Cena comes out of nowhere, hits him with brass knuckles. I don't know. You can just make any kind of finish you want, but John Cena ultimately does retain the Undisputed WWE Championship. And because of Cody Rhodes just wanting revenge on John Cena after everything that happened at WrestleMania, he just completely loses it, and he ultimately costs Randy Orton the Undisputed WWE Championship in his hometown of St. Louis, which is going to make the crowds even, more hateful towards Cody Rhodes, even though they were pretty much hateful already when they were in the WrestleMania match. But I digress. It's going to make the fans just not like Cody Rhodes even more because of the fact that they cost their hometown guy, Randy Orton, the Undisputed WWE Championship. But here's the thing. The reason why all of this is happening is completely justified to see Cody Rhodes in this type of manner, because all he wants to do is get his Undisputed WWE title back. John Cena retaining the Undisputed WWE Championship while also seeing Cody Rhodes ultimately cost Randy Orton in the end in St. Louis, I think is 100% the right call, only because of the fact that this is not a Cody Rhodes heel turn. All Cody Rhodes wants is the WWE Championship back. So he's going to do everything in his power to make sure that he is the one to get the WWE Championship off of John Cena instead of anybody else, because of everything that happened between him, John, and Travis Scott at WrestleMania 41. So it's not like Cody Rhodes is turning heel or anything. He just wants his Undisputed WWE title back, and he's going to do absolutely anything that he can in order to get that championship back. And this ultimately leads to John Cena going somewhere else and feuding with anybody else for the Undisputed WWE Championship, but that also sets up a feud between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, non-title, and we can have that feud right then and there, because Cody Rhodes ultimately costed Randy Orton the Undisputed WWE Championship, which is going to make the crowd hate him even more. But it's justified as the reason why Cody Rhodes did what he did because of everything that happened at WrestleMania. So that's where I think everything could possibly be going next for the American Nightmare. We'll see how things shape out. All I know is that it's going to be justified seeing Cody Rhodes whenever he does try to get his hands on John Cena after everything that happened at WrestleMania. But because of everything that's happened at WrestleMania, he's just incensed on trying to get his hands on John Cena, which could ultimately cost Randy Orton in the end. And when you cost your hometown guy the Undisputed WWE Championship, that is ultimately going to make the fans hate Cody Rhodes even more, but love Randy Orton even more after that. And we can have that feud going on, non-title, and honestly just get to that feud because a lot of people have been wanting to see that feud for a very long time. People wanted to see it be for the Undisputed WWE Championship, but I think it being not for the title means a hell of a lot more than with it, because if you're costing Randy Orton the Undisputed WWE title, no matter what kind of way you want to do it, whether it is justified or not, that's going to be a very interesting way to go about things. And if you're going to turn the American Nightmare heel by the end of all of this, and after all of this is said and done, what better way than to plant those little seeds than with the Viper and Randy Orton? So that's what I ultimately think could be happening next for the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes after everything that happened at WrestleMania 41. So I want to know your thoughts and opinions on what WWE could possibly be doing next with the American Nightmare. Leave your thoughts and theories down in the comment section below. I'd love to read them. And yeah, we'll just get our own opinions out there. So all I know is that I just don't want to see Cody Rhodes come out there on a random episode of Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown asking us what we want to talk about, because we all know that you got screwed out of your title, Cody. So it's okay to be focused. It's okay to be angry. Focus on the Undisputed WWE Championship. Focus on John Cena and getting your revenge on him after everything that happened at WrestleMania. And we should be all good and ready to go to see what ultimately could lead to the American Nightmare turning heel and ultimately just have a run of a lifetime. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Cody Rhodes as a heel is going to be way more interesting than him as a babyface in WWE, but we'll see in due time. Thank you guys so much for all the love and the support. We'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to your channel if you are new, and turn on the bell for all notifications. That way we can get to my subscriber goal of 500 by the end of maybe next month. That's what I ultimately hope could happen. But guys, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Stay safe. God bless. And peace.